Hello, everybody. Welcome back to week 4. My name is Lizeth Lagunas, and this week we will be taking a deeper look into different ethical dilemmas as a public administrator and different ethical analysis. Let's get started. Here is the scenario. As the new public services coordinator, I am in charge of all the dance and gymnastics classes. All of the instructors have decided that they're going to open registration for only 3 days. Whether the classes are full or not, because they are tired of dealing with the inconvenience that it causes for late ordering of costumes and uniforms, and they'd rather deal with it within the first week after registration closes. It makes it much easier. The wife of the city manager comes in and tells me that I need to open registration for her daughter because the previous coordinator, who is now my supervisor, always let her register late. I politely say that my hands are tied, and later that day I see that the city manager's daughter has been added to my classes, my supervisor granting her the special treatment. The special treatments affect all city members because many other dancers and gymnasts were turned down for late registration, and it affects the ethical policies of the community services department and just my supervisor and myself in the eyes of the instructors. So the analysis number 1 would be using the problem-solving method, which we will use the 3 steps, which are description, analysis, and decision. In description, we clarify how strongly the instructors feel about the inconvenience, how unprofessional I will look in my new job once the instructors see that the only person allowed to register was the city manager's daughter, and the amount of students that were left out of classes for the season, and how will I make my supervisor look if I tell them that it was her that is giving special treatment. When analyzing the situation, I need to analyze and respect the culture that I am trying to achieve in my new role. I need to analyze the virtues and principles and results that I am trying to achieve from the situation. What is the correct thing to do? What principles do I want to use? And what results do I want the girl to see from the whole situation? And finally, the decision. It is my decision to speak to my supervisor about the unethical act that she has partaken in and how uncomfortable it makes me. I must let her know that the amount of people that I turn down for late registrations will view this as favoritism. It is also not my place to let the instructors know and to inform her that if they ask why they have someone else in the class, I will say that I had nothing to do with it because I do not want to lie. The second analysis would be using Categorical Imperative by Immanuel Kant. I would speak to my supervisor with the most honest way, in the most honest way possible, and let her know the importance of leading by example. When using categorical imperative, it is key to not. It is important that she understands that if she does not want any other coordinators to take gifts and treat city members differently depending on who they are and their titles, she must begin to act ethically as well. And everyone must go based on the same rules. The other ethical approach that I would use would be Contractism by Thomas Hobbes. I would solve the situation by using opening up to my supervisor about the importance of following the rules and how if we begin to break the rules, we will see ourselves in many more conflicts, and many members of our city will begin to feel entitlement. We must accept the positive social contract overall and follow the rules that we have set for in our organization and personally as well. The final analysis, or the final way I would deal with the situation, would be to simply drop the child from the program after that going to my supervisor and letting her know that I had previously spoke to the parent and deal with the consequences of overpowering my supervisor's decision in order to make it clear that I do not approve and that her unethical choices make me uncomfortable and I will not stand for them. So, and the way that I would justify my decision would be how strongly I feel about being fair and how I want to set the most strict and fair rules amongst my department. So that was it for this week's presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week.